Wow, there's a lot of you out here tonight. Thanks so much for coming out. My name is Belinda Hoole, and 21 years ago, I walked into the student union and I found my born-again tree hugger friend with a very pouty face. And I asked him, what's going on? And he said that he was trying to create an Earth Day event that would inspire people to take better care of the planet, but he'd run out of funding ideas. And so I said what any 20-something fashionista would say, duh, why don't you create a fashion show to raise money for your projects? And so that's how the EcoJam started 21 years ago. So thank you so much for everything you do in this community, and I'd like to introduce you to Vikas, my pouty friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, the woman behind EcoJam. Woo! Hello, Fairfield. Wonderful Fairfield. It is so awesome to be back home. How many people were at the first EcoJam? 21 years ago. I cannot believe it. You guys are awesome. You guys have made it happen. Now, at the first EcoJam, we didn't really have organic clothing or recycled dresses or anything like that. The whole premise of EcoJam was to raise money for little tree seedlings that we would give away for free to community members, kids, schools, and what have you. In 3 short years of Belinda and I doing EcoJam, we raised enough money to give away 30,000 trees across Fairfield, Southeast Iowa, mostly all to young children. It was the best, most fulfilling activity I had ever been a part of. But shortly after I graduated from MUM, I moved to the big city, bright lights big city of Minneapolis, St. Paul. And I got sucked into corporate America. And so as the years went by, I lost sight of the trees and the kids. It faded out of the picture until 5 years ago, when I got very ill. It was 2009, the recession. I was miserable in my work, and I had to take a month off of work. I was bedridden. It gave me a lot of time to think and reflect on my life. I was having regrets about why didn't I follow my heart. I thought about when was I the happiest in my life, in my work. And my heart and mind kept coming back to the trees and the kids and the smiling faces. I said, why didn't I keep that project going? And I thought about the trees that we planted 21 years ago. And I had been coming back to Fairfield, so I'd been keeping dibs on my babies. And my babies had grown up. And I said, you know, I want to give every child this joy. And so I started Neighborhood Forests. And over the last 4 or 5 years, we have been giving trees away for free to kids all across the Twin Cities of Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Minnesota. 5,000 in the last few years. It is time to bring this baby back home. Back where it all started, right here in awesome, amazing, magical Fairfield, Iowa. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring this project back. We're going to revive it. We're going to give trees all across Fairfield, all across Southeast Iowa, Minnesota, and hopefully we're going to expand nationally, one tree, one school at a time. So in many ways, we have come full circle. Now, I didn't realize how full circle we had come until a couple of months ago, when I got a call out of the blue from a woman here in Fairfield. She called me up. She's like, Vikas, when I was in the 4th grade, I got a tree through your program. I'm like, what? She's like, yes, I remember I got a tree. I remember going home and I planted it with my parents in my front yard when I was 10. And she sent me this picture. And this little girl that planted that tree. when she was in 4th grade, and we're very lucky to have that girl here with us today. Will she please come up?
Hi everybody. Welcome to EcoJam 2014, and yes, I did receive one of those trees when I was a little girl, and I'm kind of bringing it all back to Fairfield again, homegrown, local Fairfieldian, born and raised here, and it's just really inspiring to kind of bring the project back and bring it back to life again and kind of, you know, get that new zest again in Fairfield. And it just kind of evolved into eco-fashion because it's something that I really enjoy and I'm very passionate about. And so it's kind of a marriage between the two of us. So without further ado, we've got Josh Wilson and Zach Dean are going to take over, and they're our hosts for this evening.